Welcome to my channel Geography Ki Pathshala. Myself Poulomi Chakraborty. So the objective of this channel is that I am going to upload the videos regarding NCERT syllabus of class 12 Geography. So in each video I am going to discuss about each and every chapter of class 12 Geography. So the concepts are very clear to you and you can easily understand them and also fall in love with geography. Please support me because your support is my motivation. So let's start with today's video. So today we are going to discuss according to NCERT syllabus of class 12 Geography, which is Human Geography, Nature and Scope. So in this video I am going to discuss about the chapter's first part. So let's start with the term geography. So geography, it has come from two Greek words. One is geos and another one is graphis. Geos means earth and graphis means to describe. That means geography is the description of the earth's surface. Now we can see that there are two categories of geography. One is physical geography and another one is human geography. So physical geography, it deals with the physical features of the earth's surface. Example we can say about mountains, forest, rivers, etc. And there are some parts of physical geography. One is geomorphology, next is oceanography, another one is hydrology and etc. Next comes human geography. It deals with the life forms such as example houses, cities, industries, etc. And there are also some other parts which is social geography, urban geography, economic geography and etc. Now we can see that we oftenly give an example of like mouth of river, nose of glacier, right? So what we are trying to say by this? We actually try to compare the physical features of the earth's surface with our human body parts. Similarly, over here Ratzel in his organic state theory, he has also mentioned or he has also compared the physical features with the human body parts like state or nation as a living organism and network of roadways, railways and waterways as the arteries of circulation. So we can say that geography, it is the interrelationship between the physical and human features. Now with concentrating with the part of human geography, we will see that there are three definitions. One is given by Ratzel, another one is given by Ellen Churchill Semple and the third one is by Vidal de la Blache. So Ratzel has mentioned about the synthesis knowledge and the relationship of the earth with its living beings. Next, in Ellen Churchill Semple's definition, we can see that over here it is also discussing about the changing relationship between the unresting man and the unstable earth. Next, in Vidal de la Blache definition, over here we will see that it is also discussing with the more synthesis knowledge and the relationship of earth with its living beings. So now comes some concepts. Number one is naturalization of human, next humanization of nature and the third one is neo-determinism. So naturalization of human, it is talking about environmental determinism. So environmental determinism, over here we can see that its founder is Ratzel and proponent is Huntington. So over here we can see that Mother Nature is playing an active role and we human beings are playing a passive role. That means nature is controlling us, because in this environmental determinism we are talking about the primitive stage of human society. At that point of time we were not so much developed, you can say from our technical skills or from our knowledge, whatever, we were not so much developed. So that point of time we were dominated by the nature. So this is the concept of environmental determinism. Next comes humanization of nature, which is environmental possibilism, and this concept is given by Vidal de la Blache. Over here we can see that nature is giving us some possibilities, and we human beings are choosing those possibilities or judging those possibilities according to our suitable conditions and modifying the environment. That means over here we can see that we are now developed from our knowledge, with our skills, with our technology, and we are playing an active role and nature is playing a passive role. So it occurred gradually with the development of human society, right? And next comes neo-determinism, which is Madhyama or middle path, and it is given by Griffith Taylor. So over here Griffith Taylor has mentioned that there is neither absolute environmental determinism nor absolute environmental possibilism. That means he is talking about some middle way, right? So while discussing this, he has mentioned about stop and go determinism, which I have shown over here as stop, wait and go. Stop means red, wait means yellow and go means green. So we can give a good example of traffic signal. We all know the traffic signals, one is red, one is yellow and another one is green. So what are the meanings of each and color which are shown in the traffic signal? Red means what? We have to stop over there. Yellow means that we will wait at the crossing and wait to proceed. Next comes green. So green means it allows us to move forward. Similarly, Griffith Taylor is telling us that our mother nature also sometimes gives us some limitations. That means it tells us to stop, which is written over here, which is red. Next it comes wait. That means mother nature tells us to wait for the better opportunity or for the better possibilities, which is yellow. And go means it lets us to move forward, which is green. So over here we can say that today we are completing the part 1 of today's chapter, which is Human Geography, Nature and Scope. So I hope that you enjoyed the video and all the concepts which I discussed, it's clear to you people. If there is any doubt or any query, then please comment below, and I am going to upload the part 2 of this chapter in my next video class. Thank you.